Have you heard everybody saying when you were younger you had more friends, and as you get older all your friends they either move away and they have their own life, you don't hear from them as much, and when you call them you talk, and then they have their own thing to do, and it's not like when you were younger you used to get around and meet up in a place and go have fun and do things, go to shows or festivals. But unless it's somebody that you really trust and you know for a long time, friends are becoming more artificial on the surface. So, for example, I had a friend of mine I was dating for a while, and as you know, like everybody else, you date for a while, and then you find out that you don't have a lot of things in common, and he likes doing other things, and on the weekends, while you like to do other hobbies, like he likes to go to events, different places, but I like to go to the beach or places outdoors, do something, walk around, but he thinks it's too hot in Florida to walk around. So things like that it's not compatible. So but then what happens is we remain friends, so just to talk and share ideas, and sometimes he gives me advice, but his advice won't work out for me. Such as I've been mentioning that lately I've been hopping from one place to another trying to find a decent room. So I've been telling him each place he knows, because one time he helped me move to this other room which was more miserable, about the same miserable, about the same. The first one was bad and the second one was bad also, but in a different way. So, but anyhow, I've been trying to find a decent place and I haven't been successful, because everybody, they rent a room, they think it's just a room, you have to live with their lifestyle, they don't try to accommodate you. But anyhow, so what happened, I mentioned that to my friend. I told him this has been going on since like 3 months now, and I don't know, I want to move somewhere closer to transportation so I can get a job part-time. It will be much easier to do pet sitting or something. But he said, you should go live in a car, buy a car, and try to get a job, and then if something happens, you don't like the place, you sleep in your car. And I was surprised. I mean, that's like supposed to be the last option. It's not supposed to be something that you rely on, to sleep in the car. I know a lot of people are doing it now, and I was shocked, like, because we dated, we were like almost like a boyfriend girlfriend type of relationship. I thought this guy, he cares about me, and then he's telling me go sleep in a car. So I was somewhat shocked that somebody would tell me such a thing. By the way, this is Anne, and if you like this type of content, please make sure put a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Anyhow, so this guy, I know him, we're still friends, we talk on the phone, but we don't hang out like when we first met. So we just hang out sometimes, like maybe once every other month, if anything. Since I've been having all these issues, so now we hang out less and less, because he's thinking I don't have my life together and I'm 54 years old. But the thing is, I'm learning as I'm going along here. I experienced bad neighborhood and bad management. I had to complain about neighbors, and the management was worse because they don't do nothing. So, and then I had to move from my apartment condo several times because every place had a different issue. Um, well, I could have stayed in this one place, but I chose not to because I thought, I'd better off go find a better place. So now I ended up in a room, which is, I'm thinking it's temporary, but it's looking like it's gonna be a while because everything got so more expensive. So, but anyhow, so the advice from my friend was shocking to me. So he's telling me go buy a car so you can get a job, but the job is not a guarantee, because I don't have to have car repairs like last time, and the price of the gasoline went up, and the price of insurance is up. So I'm just gonna be spending money, and then plus I'm not gonna be paying the rent if I'm paying on a car, which I don't have a job yet. Hypothetically, maybe somebody's gonna hire me and maybe they're gonna keep me and maybe not. So that's a bad decision to make, and I don't know why he would tell me such a thing. Plus, not only that, a lot of places now they have restrictions, and it's dangerous to sleep in the car. It's bad enough it's not safe if you end up in a house, somebody's house, and there's something wrong with them, you know. And so, but at least you're in a house. You know, it's not that I'm paranoid. Then he tells me I'm paranoid, which is very hurts somebody's feelings. Let me know if I'm right. Does this make sense? I mean, if I'm a homeless, I'm sleeping in the underneath the bridge, then if I have a car, it would be a better option if you're a homeless. And but I am, you know, I'm doing the best I can. I'm sacrificing not buying a car so I can pay the rent to be able to live in a room in a house, which is not a, I mean, eventually I want my own place, but for now, but going and buying a car and having expenses of repairs, a mechanic. Last time, you know, the only car I can buy now is a used car, which is gonna have a lot of problems. Just like the one I had, a Honda Accord. Somebody sold me something that needed constant repairs, and every time it needed repairs and labor and parts, it's like it's in the hundreds. And that wasn't like, you know, it's not a bicycle you're fixing. But anyway, so this guy, he thinks, you know, I should go in and live in a car and save money. But you don't save money, it's worse. Because then I have to worry where I'm gonna park. I mean, and then the car here in Florida with the summertime, can you imagine if I'm really stranded someplace and I have to sleep in a car, it makes sense. But it's like 99 degrees and the humidity is like 80, especially at night. How do you sleep in a car? Like you're sleeping in a coffin almost, like you're sleeping in a box and you'll be sweating. And if you turn on the vent, it's like poisonous, the carbon monoxide. They tell you don't turn the vent that circulates the air inside the car because it's poisonous. You inhale that and your lungs gets damaged. Just so you know, just Google it. That vent that you turn on inside the car, it has carbon monoxide. I don't know too much about cars, but that one I was reading about because I was curious to see how people sleep in it. And I saw a lot of people, they put a fan with batteries and then the batteries run out after 4 hours. And it's a hassle. Then, you know, yeah, and I'm not used to sleeping in a car, and I never would do that because it's not made to sleep in it. And I know people do it, and maybe they're used to it. Maybe they done it when they were younger, and they know how to survive that lifestyle. But for somebody who has no idea, I would never do it, even if I'm homeless. So yeah, but for a friend of mine to tell me to do that, that's like it hurt my feelings. So yeah, let me know what you think about this friend. He calls me paranoiac and I have to have the survival skills. But see, I'm not even in my 20s. Like if I was 25 years old, I'll be like more, have more muscles, and you know, I try to learn about camping and things like that. But see, now I have chronic back pain to go with that, and knee pain. So I can't, you know, it's the chairs inside a car. They're not like a mattress. It's not, you know, when you have aches and pains to begin with. I don't. This guy, he says what to do to somebody else, but let's see if something happens to him. Can he do that? He said he did it when he was young, in his 18, 20 years old, like a couple of times when he was traveling. But see, he's giving me advice about sleeping there like for months at a time. He did it when he was traveling from one area to another for one night. I mean, you can handle it for one night, but if you're gonna be there for months and months, I know people who done it, who sleep in the car, but I think because they've been trained when they were younger and they know where to park, and it's a lot of work, and you know, plus it's not free. You know, he says it's free, but it's not free. It's still, you have to spend money on the car, fuel, and move the car if you find a place to park it and you don't know who's parking next to you. So there's a lot of bad things that can happen. But anyway, well, this is what I have for you today. Please put a like and subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.